after last year winning the championship and everything, and then coming into this year, what was the overall mentality? Do we have a change of plan by any means, a different plan of attack, or is it just kind of business as usual coming into this season?
Pretty much business as usual. Last year I went into the season wanting to fight for the championship and wins, and was able to get that done, and get my first XC1 championship, so that was cool. And the year had its ups and downs, and I learned a lot. It wasn't perfect, but I got the job done. So coming into this year, just having the number one just brings me more confidence. And it was I guess business as usual in that sense of training and boot camp and all that, but it just felt a little better, a little stronger coming into the year, and first race went good.
Talk us through that first race, because it was definitely as we saw, especially at the end of the race, so after everything was all said and done, it definitely was challenging. It was very rough, very fast, and it took a few heavy hitters out, including Stu. From right out of the season, right from jump. So as far as the track was concerned, as you went along, was it something that you really had to adjust to a little bit different than usual because of how many riders had been on it, and how rough it got, or was it did you ride it the same as you normally would?
I think I rode it the same as I normally would. Just, I guess, being around now for a handful of years, I'm comfortable with the venues, and I kind of know how the tracks are going to shape up. And to be honest, I don't really think the tracks have changed all that much. They're super rough, and I guess it's kind of always been like that, but I think everyone is just going a lot faster nowadays, so we're just pushing the pace. And it's unfortunate that many guys got hurt. It's crazy. Big Buck is, the way the dirt is, it's a little funky there. It's hard packed, but at the same time kind of soft. It's really hard to describe. You got to see it for yourself. And track was just rough. They had a little bit of rain, so in my mind the conditions were perfect, I thought. And that's just GNCC. It's the nature of the beast. We got so many riders out there, and with the quads on Saturday and then the bikes on Sunday, the tracks just get chewed up, and it's rough for sure. So you got to be on your toes, and it's crazy that many people got hurt. It sucks, a bunch of title contenders, but I guess that's the way it is. You just gotta really focus and hope that doesn't happen to you.
So as we head into Wild Boar this weekend, this place has been pretty good to you. You got your first XC2 win here. You won last year. You won the overall last year. So you're definitely carrying good vibes. What's the mentality going into this weekend, knowing that it's sand? You've been down at Caleb's for almost 2 months now. Getting ready for it and everything. So what's the mental plan of attack going in, because this track, just like it usually has, it can come up and bite you at any moment too, but it's just, you gotta know how to ride it. So what's your general mental plan going in?
Florida's, it's one of a kind. It's the hardest race of the year, super hot, and just being the second round, you're not fully in race form yet, and just sand whoops for days. So I'm feeling good. I always like that track. It's super gnarly, but just spending a lot of time down in Florida beforehand, riding similar conditions is awesome, and I enjoy the sand. Try to use my long legs to my advantage out there through the whoops, and just want to go out there and have a solid result. Try to do what I did at the first round. Obviously shooting for a win, always shooting for a win, but I think if I just do what I know how and try to stay out of trouble, I can get it done. But we'll see. It's gonna be gnarly. Like I said, hardest race of the year, and it's crazy to get mentally prepared for the Summerfest we're about to do.
So last year, right about towards the middle of the season, we saw a little bit of a conservative game plan, kind of going into the couple rounds going into summer break, and then the game plan shifted once again into attack mode for the final four. Is it the kind of the same, take it as it goes, or are you thinking maybe attack it a little bit more aggressively this year and go for the win if it's there, or even if it's not there, still go for it? Or do you think settle in, take the second, and move on from there?
I definitely want to go for more wins this year. kind of chaps my ass a little bit that I didn't have the most wins last year, but it's all good. Like you said, kind of in the middle of the season, I had a little lull. I was just struggling, with myself and just a handful of things. But yeah, I pulled myself out of it, and I wouldn't really say I was managing. I was doing the best I could, but just mentally at times I didn't really want it. I would go out there and give it my best, but at times it was like I was just circulating, just doing laps, and yeah, the fact that I still had the points lead, it was just, I don't know, it was just tough to, I guess, just want it enough. But yeah, after summer break, I had fun, and the training was fun again, and the riding, and just I started to look forward to the races some more. And yeah, the second half of the season went good. It was wild battling back and forth with Stu, and the final round, obviously everyone knows, was insane. But yeah, I just learned a lot last year. It was my first time dealing with all the pressure and everything, so I learned a ton, and yeah, just going to try to implement that into this year, and I think I already have. And I'm looking forward to going to the races now, and just trying to enjoy it more and do my best. And obviously if you win, it's fun. You kind of forget about everything else, but yeah, just trying to enjoy it and just ride to my potential, because I don't think I did all that much last year, but was still a solid year. I just expect a lot out of myself, and we'll see. Hopefully I can have a solid season and get more wins and still be consistent. Obviously it's going to be tough. Class is stacked more than it ever has been, and everyone's going faster. We're all a lot closer in speed and fitness and form and everything, so it's going to be interesting, and yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good show.